Who's by far the strangest person you've ever met? Mine checked into my motel with no luggage and stayed in every single room, one per night, until he disappeared. I work night shifts at the Pinewood Motor Lodge off Route 9. It's one of those places truckers sleep at for 6 hours before hitting the road again. Nothing weird ever happens here, until Harlan. He walked in around midnight on a Monday. Old guy, maybe 70, wearing a brown jacket that looked like it survived 3 decades. No suitcase, no duffel bag, nothing. Just him and a worn leather wallet. Need a room, he said. His voice was quiet but steady. I slid the guest book across the counter. ID and credit card, please. He shook his head. Cash only. Then he pulled out 3 20s and set them down carefully, like each bill mattered. I should have pushed back. Company policy says we need ID, but something about the way he stood there, patient, tired, but not desperate, made me just nod and take the money. Name for the booking? He picked up the pen and wrote one word in the guest log. Harlan. Last name? Just Harlan. I gave him the key to 101. Ground floor, right by the vending machines. He thanked me and walked out into the cold without another word. Next night, same time, Harlan came back to the front desk. Checking out of 101, he said. Need 102 now. I stared at him. You want to switch rooms? That's right. Something wrong with 101? Bed bugs? Heater broken? No, room's fine. Just need 102 tonight. I didn't argue. Gave him the key. He paid cash again and left. Wednesday night he moved to 103. Thursday, 104. By Friday, I realized he was going in order. 1 room per night. Never skipping. Never going backward. Saturday, I couldn't hold it in anymore. When he came to check out of 106 and move to 107, I finally asked, "Why are you doing this?" Harlan looked at me for a long moment, like he was deciding whether I'd understand. "Routine helps me remember," he said. That answer made 0 sense, but the way he said it, so calm, so sure, I didn't push. Sunday night, he moved to 108. Monday, 109. By then, I started watching him during my shift. He'd sit in his room with the curtains half open, just staring at the walls. Sometimes I'd see his lips moving like he was talking to someone who wasn't there. I got curious, really curious. So I did something I probably shouldn't have. I pulled up old records in our system. Pinewood Motor Lodge used to be called Riverside Apartments back in the 80s. It got converted to a motel in 1991 after the owner sold it off cheap. I searched Harlan's name in the old tenant logs we keep in the basement, and there it was. Harlan Briggs. Lived here from 1982 to 1989. Rented unit 101 first, then moved to 103 in 1984, then 106 in 1986. He'd lived here, in these exact rooms, before they were motel rooms. That's when it hit me. He wasn't just staying here, he was visiting. Tuesday night, Harlan came to the desk to check out of 109. Last room was 110. I couldn't help myself. "You used to live here, didn't you?" He stopped. His hand froze on the counter. "Long time ago," he said softly. "What are you doing, Harlan?" He looked at me with eyes that seemed older than his face. Each room holds a version of me. I need to visit them all before they fade. I didn't know what to say, so I just handed him the key to 110. "This is the last one," I said. "I know." He walked to the room and didn't come out the rest of the night. The next morning, I checked the parking lot. His car was gone. I knocked on 110. No answer. I used my master key and opened the door. The room was empty. Bed made. No trash. No sign anyone had been there. But on the nightstand, there was a small piece of paper folded in half. I picked it up and opened it. In shaky handwriting, it said, 101. Got sober here. 103. Brought Jenny home from the hospital. 106. She took her first steps. 108. Caroline said she was leaving. 110. I said goodbye to them both. I stood there holding that note for a long time. Then I folded it back up and put it in my pocket. 3 weeks later, I got a letter in the mail at the motel. No return address. Inside was a photo of Riverside Apartments from 1987. The building looked almost the same, just newer paint. On the back, someone had written in that same shaky handwriting, "Thanks for keeping the rooms warm." I never saw Harlan again. I asked around town a few times. Nobody knew him. I even tried searching his name online. Nothing.